Mr. Desmond, you can come in now.
Hello. I thought they'd never let me in to see you.
Tom, I'm sorry.
Don't do that. It wasn't your fault. There's no one to blame.
Well, I know how much you wanted that baby.
Shh, please.
I wanted it too.
Yeah, but there'll be other babies, Faith. What matters most now is that you're all right. I love you.
I love you too. I tried not to lose the baby. I did. I just couldn't
Don't, Faith. The only thing you should be thinking about now is getting well.
The thing is, I should have never gone on that boat.
There's no reason why you shouldn't. Now, Mary and Jack were here for hours last night, and Roger and Jill spent most of the night here.
I remember Roger.
And the Rhines were here, and most of pediatrics, and some of your old friends from neurology. No, a lot of people love you.
Tom, are you all right?
Well, I'm a little worried about you, but I'll feel fine when you're better again.
It must be sad for you about the baby.
First I was, but I'm easier about it now.
Are you? I mean, really?
You know, it sounds like you're checking me for symptoms. You're the one we have to look after. Well, here's somebody you'll be happy to see.
Hi, Tom. Hi.
Hi.
I am so sorry about the baby.
Thank you. I am too.
I'm going to leave you two together for a while. I love you, and I'm going to see you later.
Okay. Not going anywhere.
So, tell me how everything else is.
Is Tom gone?
Yeah, he's gone.
Well, I don't feel so hot, but I'm mostly worried about Tom. Something happened last night that really frightened me.
This is the Laugh-A-Minute Ryan family? What's going on?
Faith lost the baby last night. She's still a very sick girl this morning, dear.
Oh, Maeve, I'm sorry to hear that.
Here, there's some coffee left over that John didn't get a chance to drink. Here,
Yeah.
sit down for a minute.
Thank you.
Actually, it's lucky for me that you came by, because I'd like your advice about a job offer I got from Ray Woodard yesterday.
You mean about the press office?
Well, how do you feel about working for her?
You know, Mary, when I first found out about Frank and Ray, my first impulse was just to clear out.
Yeah.
Then I thought it over. Now, I'm not happy about it, but I did come to the conclusion that Frank's personal life, that's his business. My business, I guess, is getting him elected.
Yes, well, I may be old-fashioned, or I just might be imposing my standards on Ray Woodard, though I hope I'm not. As far as I'm concerned, this particular situation doesn't reflect very well on either Francis or Ray.
Well, Maeve, I don't think it's quite as simple as it seems.
Oh, yes, that's what people say when they're trying to justify their behavior. No, Bob, Ray Woodard had no right to get involved with Francis. He was a man that was committed, and he has a child. And Frank could have used a lot more restraint.
Maeve, I wish I could explain to you what the pressures of this campaign are like. You know, I know everyone in this family, they've all worked for Frank at some time in the past. But the pressures on him right now, they're enormous. I mean, I can understand how he'd appreciate what Ray was doing and maybe letting it go into something a little bit more personal. Especially when Jill broke the whole thing off.
Is that what you think happened?
I know that's what happened. I mean, look, on one hand, you got Ray knocking herself out to get Frank what he wants. On the other hand, Jill's laying back, being critical. I mean, that's the way it was. I love her, but that's it.
Darling, Jill was very upset. She felt left out.
She probably had good reason, Maeve. But the problem is the campaign. It's not Frank. She's blaming him. I mean, when he took that upstate swing, she wouldn't go along. Then she found some reason to get mad, and she told him not to call her till after November. I mean, you can't blame Frank for everything, not after all that.
I mean, besides, we always support Frank here, don't we?
We have up until now.
I'm not saying I'm glad it happened.
Well, we're all agreed about that. Oh, this is terrific. Here I am in the bosom of my family defending Frank, and I am on the outside in the un-Ryan position. Now, that's crazy.
Siobhan, Mary and I are both very concerned for Jillian and that baby.
And I'm not? Oh, well, get it. What I want to know, but don't understand, is how it happened. I mean, because I know that Frank loves Jill, and she loves him. Maybe it's none of our business how it happened. Maybe we should just let Frank conduct his own personal life, mistakes included.
Siobhan's right, Mary. And as for the job, well, first press assistant for the city of New York, that's a pretty responsible position. If there's no problem with Jack, I'd grab for it.
Yeah, but Bob, I can't take the job and pretend that I don't have reservations about it. Maybe I should see Ray, sort of lay things out for her, and then see how she feels about it after she sees what my reservations are.
Yeah, well, that makes sense to me. Maeve?
It's Mary's decision, dear.
Siobhan?
I pass. If I'm in favor of it, Mary won't do it.
Oh, Siobhan, don't get started,
Mom,
please.
hey, stop it, both of you. Now, I don't have to quarrel with you. Better save my energy for Ray Woodard.
Last night, before I lost the baby,
Yeah?
I was on so many painkillers. It was just unreal. Strange colors and voices. I didn't know whether I was awake or dreaming or who was in the room. Oh, I don't want to hurt Tom.
Oh, no, of course you don't.
Yeah, but I think I did. I don't know whether he hurt me or not.
Wait. Now, gently. Now, tell me what you think it is that he might have heard.
The contractions were so bad. They were hurting so much. And I was trying so hard not to start yelling. Tom went out to get the nurse.
Yeah?
She came back in. And of course, the doctor came with her. And at that point, I knew there was nothing they could do. I knew I had lost the baby. So the doctor asked Tom to step outside, and I got a contraction that was just unbearable, and I found myself screaming for Pat.
Oh, Faith.
Even with everything spinning and the pain. Oh, Jill, I just wanted to scream out and say I didn't mean it, take it back. And I don't know what to do today. I don't know if he knows. And if he didn't hear me, I don't want to bring it up. But if he did, what can I say?
Now, listen to me. You have to treat this like it never happened. Now, I want you to put it out of your mind and just try to relax about it, all right? Don't worry.
Did you see Tom afterward?
Yes. And there was no indication that he was upset about anything other than his grief over the baby and his deep concern about you. Now, if he had said something, I know that I would have heard about it.
Thing is, Jill, you can't tell when Tom is angry. I can't tell. He gets so upset. I mean, there's so much old rage and pain there that he just blocks it out. He does anything not to face it. And I think Just beneath the surface, Tom still lives with the fact that he killed Teresa's brother with his bare hands. Tom's afraid of himself.
Poor Tom.
Oh, Jill, if he did hear, Tom would be so hurt. So angry. Oh, God.
Faith, please, please rest.
I'll try. But if Tom is angry, I don't want him directing at Pat.
Oh, Tom, how you doing?
Okay. Is there anyone here who can give me a good spark?
Eddie Green, Jimmy. Earl ought to be by a little later on.
Great.
Go change. We'll fix you up.
Thanks.
Yes, I would buy a used car from you.
Siobhan! How are you? Oh, you look terrific.
Oh, always a politician. Glad to see you.
You too. It is so good to have you home.
Oh, well, there's a few people who wouldn't agree with that, but
No.
I'm glad to be here.
I understand things are better with you and Mary.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a little better.
And Da is always happier when you're around. You know that. And Pat could certainly use a friend right now.
Well, that's the good part. Pat and Da.
Tell me. You have to tell me. How was Seattle?
Oh, in the end, it didn't work. I couldn't really leave you guys behind after all. When I finally realized almost everything I was trying to do was because I knew somebody would approve. Well, meaning Da or Pat. Or because somebody would disapprove.
Meaning Ma or Mary.
I'm not going to tell you what I was up to, but believe me, I got pretty good at rebellion.
Oh, go on. You always were.
Well, that's just it. Nothing changed, except that I was 3,000 miles away. And when I finally realized how firmly entrenched the family was inside my head, I figured the only logical thing to do was to come back here and try and work things out.
And have you?
I'm trying. I still open my mouth when I shouldn't.
Uh-oh. The old truth teller is back among us.
You know, I just can't figure out why I can't get it through my head that there's such a thing as too much truth. Or truth at the wrong time.
Tell it like it is and let the chips fall where they may. But Siobhan, it's been 3 years now. Aren't you supposed to be older and wiser?
Older's about all. But in spite of everything, I'm really glad to be back. The last couple of hours on the road, when we started to see road signs that said New York City, so many miles, I got so excited.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Hey, and I like Mary's husband. I mean, there seems to be, you know, positive response there.
Jack, he's top rate. Top shelf.
In spite of all the things he did to Mary?
Yeah. He isn't always easy, but, well, he is what he is, and you can count on it.
Good. So, how are you? How's our candidate?
Lucky. Now, I've got the right support at the right time. I think I'm going to win.
Everything here says you are. Hey, hey,
Oh, no.
hey! I love this picture.
No comments. Thank you. But with you and Mary in the press office, how can I lose?
Well, in addition to doing something for you, I figured it seemed the best way to mend some fences with the family.
Hey, you really are making an all-out effort, aren't you?
I am. I came back here to see if I couldn't find a place for myself in the family, and not as Mary's bratty sister or Daddy's pet, but as a real working Ryan.
Accepted by everyone, you mean?
Yeah. And I'm gonna hang in there and see if I can't do it.
Oh, that's great.
So far, the best effort I've made has been working for you.
That's great.
Now, first few days home were a disaster. And I know you heard about Finn McCool.
When Doc called me and told me that you had brought an Irish wolfhound all the way across the country from Seattle, I just sat down on the bed, started to laugh, and I couldn't stop. Ray thought I lost my mind.
Oh, it really wasn't very funny, believe me.
Well, Siobhan, maybe you already have a place in the family. You just don't know it.
What's that?
Entertainment director.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Well, we need you around to keep the old pot boiling, so to speak.
I decline that position, thank you very much. And speaking of keeping the pot boiling, you seem to have gotten yourself in some hot water, too.
Yeah, you might say that.
Hey. I'm really sorry it's not working out the way you want.
It's not, believe me. My personal situation at this point, it's just a total disaster.
Maybe it'll straighten itself out. I hope so.
Thanks. I hope so, too.
You want to go a few rounds with Jimmy?
No, listen up. Wait for Earl.
Suit yourself.
Well, will you be able to see Faith this morning, do you think, son?
You can. Anyone else can, but I can't.
Oh, for a couple of minutes, Tom can't object to that.
He could and he would.
Oh, that's sad. Not just for you and Faith. For if she ever needed the people around her that she loves, she certainly needs them this morning. But it's sad for Tom.
Oh. I'll try to remind myself of that from time to time.
Yeah. It's not easy to be the object of jealousy, but it's also a pretty miserable feeling to be carrying around.
Yeah. I know, Ma, I know that. And I really have tried to summon up some compassion for him, but I just can't. I'm empty. I just want to see Faith. I just want to tell her I know how much she wanted that baby. Just how sorry I am. And how I wish I could offer something that would help, but I can't. Because it would just make trouble for her with Tom.
Patrick, tell me truly. You're not still harboring hopes of a future someday with Faith, are you?
No, not really. I do love her, Ma. And I spend a lot of time thinking about her, but I know it's not going to happen now.
Well, I must say that I think that's a wise attitude to hang on to. Be her friend here. Be there for her.
Just don't complicate her life.
Well, something like that, yes.
Ma, I want to tell you something. I knew that we were taking a chance when we went out on that houseboat. I just didn't know what kind of a chance.
Oh, darling, that's not the kind of complication I'm talking about. Accidents can happen anywhere.
And this one, under the worst possible circumstances.
Ooh, if you don't mind your old mother's telling you, you're going to be late.
I just can't go back there this morning. That with Faith a few hundred feet away, I can't see her. I can't even tell her how much I want to see her.
From everything you said, that was a smart move. Ugh, I hope Tom can find his way out of all that pain and anger.
Ever wish you could retake your yearbook picture? Do over your first time? Pick a totally different career? Erica can. A new original primetime drama, Being Erica, premieres tonight at 10 on SoapNet.